Live in 1 minute to live.
Miss Diane, I just want to make sure you can hear me clearly.
Yes, everybody.
Live in 30 seconds. Okay, family, get ready. We're live in 10. In 4, 3, 2, 1. We're live.
Good evening, everyone. I know you're driving on your way home. Some of you walked away from work early this afternoon because it's just 5 and you're already in your car. But we are thankful for this day that we have. I'm excited. You may want to pull over because we have a powerful group of individuals today who's going to share with you, and there may be some information that may just kind of shock you because you worked today and you're upset because you didn't make as much money as you thought you should have, and you're trying to figure out, are there other ways that I can make some of that money? Can I ride around like Miss Dyer and Bishop was today, just cruising around in the middle of the day, trying to figure out who they're going to eat lunch with? And so we're just thankful that that is possible to you. That's a dream. Retirement, yes, I'm retired, and retirement is a status in your bank account and not age, because I'm too pretty to be 60. And so I just want you to know that we're having a great time today, and I'm excited about the folk that we have on with us today. We have, of course, we have Miss Tasha M. Dow, the trade whisperer, and Dr. Gerald Rogers is not with us today. He's somewhere doing business. And then, of course, that's Dr. Craig Byfoot. And of course, we have some other guests that are their offspring. And so we've been doing this for what, 4 years now? And we're excited about that. I remember when it was only Miss Dyer. If you had a question, you had to wait for Miss Dyer to get back with you, call you, we get in line. And now we got people from all over everywhere. Back then, I didn't know what Mr. Rogers and I were going to play golf, and he was telling me about some pips, and I thought he was saying pimps. I said, what are you talking about? Because, you know, you got to learn the language, and you got to learn how to maneuver yourself in the market. And these folk are the experts. These are the trainers from all over the United States. They're here, and there's one near you. And so we want you to, Miss Dyer, to do us the pleasure introducing everyone and give us a little bit about their background before we begin our talk today.
Well, hello to our listening audience. Hello, Rejoice 904. Just want to say I am actually excited to be back with each and every last one of you all right here, back again this week. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure that for those of you all who are listening in from Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, no matter where you are, no matter where you're listening in from, I definitely want to say hello to each one of you. Now, share this stream, right? You got to share the stream. So we're talking to you all, BYOB worldwide, and you are really about to experience that today. So I want to say hello. And Bishop, I see you start this broadcast out. You got jokes, right? Retirement is about you. You didn't say you're too young to be retired. You say you're too pretty to be retired. I caught that. I got that. I got you. So, and I see you shaking your head. No, I'm just messing with you. But ladies and gentlemen, like, I'm excited because here we are at 4 years, and I want to definitely allow Dr. Bythewood to introduce himself and to say hello to everybody before we chime in. But and introduce our educators. But here we are at 4 years, and some phenomenal things have transpired. So I am going to start this broadcast out saying, hey, if you have not gotten your BYOB branded prepaid MasterCard, you need to do that. Now, let me tell you how significant that is, because you guys are listening in right now. You want to know, what is this about? What is this movement, right? I need to go do some research. I need to go look this up. Who are you guys? Well, guess what? your doctorate in Google, because I believe I have one as well, your Google doctorate, that PhD you got in Googleology, you cannot out-research MasterCard. You cannot do it. And so I want you guys to know and to understand that you cannot out-research MasterCard. And so knowing that and understanding that we've been vetted, this movement is vetted. So we tested, time tested and approved. So I definitely want to make sure that each and every last one of you all, right, go get your card. Go get your card. BYOB Movement LLC.com, BYOB Movement LLC. And the big kicker is you get cash back and rewards, right? Cash back and rewards. So that normally comes with a credit card. BYOB Movement LLC.com, go get your card. And of course, now at 4 years, we have some phenomenal educators from around the country, around the world, and you're going to get to hear from them today, right? You're going to get to hear from them. But I'm going to step aside, let Dr. B say hello before you actually get to hear from these wonderful, phenomenal educators. Dr. B.
Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in this world. I am so excited to be a part of this radio broadcast. So as always, I like to put my perspective in the context of something snatched from the headlines of my life. So this week, there was a group chat going on with certain people and my youngest daughter. So someone talked about what my youngest daughter didn't do, and I defended her. And after the chat was over, she said, "Dad, thank you for getting my back." And I said, that's what family does. Well, that's the energy I'm feeling right now, because I've got my brothers and my sisters in trading educationalism with me. So if it goes down, if somebody has something to say, I know they've got my back, because that's what family does. That's what this movement is all about. So I'm excited. I welcome everyone to this broadcast, and I salute each and every one of you educators.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so as we dive in here today, right, I told you I'm excited because we have some phenomenal individuals here. Now, let me tell you, right, you already know, you've met them, right? Two of our educators you met as we close the year out. 6 figures in 6 months, right? You met them, the phenomenal basics educator, Miss Tonya Anderson, the pit master. And then of course we have Miss Tana Perry, who is definitely just ignites the charts, you know. And now let me tell you, you want to talk about patience. I've heard I have patience. No, 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 not in comparison to Miss Perry. When I tell you she is hands-on and has individuals able to take trades, individuals able to dive into the market from 18 to elderly. Like I don't know the age that she's working with, but I've seen some people who have still been working with flip phones and got smartphones to learn their skill set. And yet here they are taking trades and cashing out and making money. And the way that the patience that she has to be able to sit down and work with them. But you guys got to meet both of them before, you know, when we introduced the educators initially, you know, they were on the broadcast, and then you talk about 6 months later, they're on the broadcast talking about 6 figures in 6 months. But we have some phenomenal. So we have Miss Nicole Morgan Walker out of the Orlando area. You know, we definitely have Mr. Genesis Patton, right? A veteran. And look, we're going to say Cleveland, but he's going to tell you it's Cleveland, Tennessee. Don't get it messed up and don't get it mixed up, right? We have Dr. Kenner. Now, I love the fact, and I'm going to let him tell you his background, because he's done this for the financial institutions. I tell you, this is a this is a broadcast you want to make sure that you're listening to. And of course, we have Miss Victoria Turner. We were in the Memphis area with her in the month of November. But drum roll, because when I say worldwide, we mean it, because we also have Miss Avalyn Graham coming to you, right, in a radio station near you in Jacksonville, Florida, and streaming worldwide from the United Kingdom. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear from them. I want them to introduce themselves, tell you just a little bit about who they are and why is this so important, right? Why is BYOB? Why is this movement? And why is being an educator so important? I just said a mouthful. I hope y'all got it. So whoever want to go first, right? You got to unmute though. You got to unmute. I kind of muted everybody.
First. Hello, everybody. This is Tonya Anderson. I am hailing from the cold city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where it is 10 degrees outside. But I'm bringing the heat because we're so excited about this movement. And just to tell you a little about myself, I am a product of the traditional educational system. I grew up, was taught to go to school just like everybody else, got that education, Marquette University, studied business. But when I was there, they didn't teach me how to be a business owner. They didn't teach me how to create success, how to be a CEO, a millionaire. They taught me how to be a good employee. And I realized early on that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I, after finishing my studies at Marquette, I was able to open a hair salon. And through that experience, it taught me that I wanted more time freedom, because if I wasn't doing hair, I wasn't making money. And so I was introduced to the industry of network marketing, dived right in. And within a couple of years, I was able to walk away from my hair salon. That was back in 1996. Today, almost 26, it'll be 26 years that I've been in the industry next month. But we've been able to accomplish some phenomenal things. You know, was featured in Success Magazine 10 times because of our accomplishments. I've been able to travel the world, live life on my own terms. But in the first experience, I was enrolled in a vision of creating 1,000 millionaires. And though everybody didn't reach that status because they didn't have the personal qualities that it took to really build a significant team like some of us were. So when I was introduced to this, I realized that everybody could learn this skill set. I say it all the time. If you can read and you can add, then you can learn this skill set that's been hidden from us in plain sight. So what I'm excited about is that I have people who have been in this movement for just a few months who have been able to have $100 days, $500 days, $1,000 days. And that wasn't the scenario in that other experience. And so what I know for a fact is that when you're part of a movement, you've been chosen, you've been selected, your steps have been guided, and now we have an opportunity to carry forth a dream. We are Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream, in my opinion. We are exercising the right to be our own bank. We're making big bank moves, and we're able to leave generational wealth, and we can show people how to generate 6 figures in 6 months and 7 figures in 12 months. So I'm excited about it because we're walking out what that dream really means.
All right. Who is next?
I have just unmuted. I am Miss Avalyn Graham. I am now the queen of the charts, and I'll be speaking to you about who I am and why I chose to be part of this movement. And then I'll add the fact that I'm also an educator on Miss Tasha M. Dyer's platform. It's still a dream, and I'm enjoying the dream. I do not want to wake up out of my dream. So basically, my background, I was in the hospital environment in the care setting. I worked for the National Health Care System in the United Kingdom, and that was my life for over 20-something years. That's all I knew. And basically, what ultimately brought me to this place at this point in my life was when I realized that I work in a job, you know, we have our various hours that we work and we get to work for. And I would do my best because I have a heartbeat for people. That's the bottom line. I love helping people. I like being there to support them. And I have been supporting them through their care in the dietetic side of things. This is where I looked at their nutritional status and help them to get back to where they should be. And that was my joy, seeing someone actually come alive after they've been down and out with their health. And so, yes, it did come to that where life happens. You know, life happens to all of us. Life happened for me. And pretty much when my mom became terminally unwell, that's when my eyes was opened to the reality of life. Yes, you can see all your savings, all your family savings just blow up in front of you, trying to pay for treatment, trying to be there in every way financially. It was just not feasible. And guess what? I knew I had to do something about my life. I had to think about my future. And as much as I was there helping everyone, I was pretty much on my own when it was time to be there for my mom. And I couldn't even be there for her, you know, financially. And so, yes, I came to that crossroad. But you know that people always say that you do meet an angel. It's possible, because I met an angel while I was on that crossroad. And I'm here to tell everyone today that you too can meet an angel. My angel happens to be Miss Tasha M. Dyer. It might sound strange, but it's true. I wouldn't lie to you on this platform today. It is true. I connected with her, and that in itself is a miracle. I can tell you it happened. It's real, and it's my miracle. And I can say that my whole life changed. I had a support system in place. She was a person who kept talking to me and kept talking to me. And I found it really interesting that I never met her in the flesh, and she would encourage me every day. And I realized that God had a purpose for my life. And it is a purpose that God had for my life. And guess what? I've been walking that walk with her. I actually became part of the BYOB movement. I'm also a part of the BYOB Academy. The support system is second to none. I don't think anyone can find anywhere on this planet a movement that provides so much support, educational support, some more support for your professional development, support as women. We come together on a Friday. Yes, Miss Tonya Anderson, I remember you for that as well. Miss Dyer, and all those who come on that Friday session and give that support. You took me from a place you have no idea where you took me from. And yes, I'm a believer that God is real. And today I am an educator on Miss Tasha M. Dyer's platform, the dream team, the mastermind team. I have to salute in the mornings as well, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers, our visionary. Also, Dr. Craig Brightwood. You know, I'm part of a movement that I can't sleep at night. And I know you may think this is a joke, but Miss Dyer knows it's not a joke. Ever since I've been part of a movement as great as this one, I have a new way to start my day, because I see 2 million families that need to be financially educated and impacted by March 2022. And so, yes, I'm part of the rally cry, 2 million strong. My life has changed. My life has totally changed. And because of my change, my life has started a new pattern. I have planted the flag in the United Kingdom. Yes, I'm going forward with this. And guess what? All the people here are coming with me. I have decided that I'm going to change lives, and I see those lives changing. I see people who wouldn't want to trade before trading. They're in the market. They got so excited. Sometimes they're doing more 777s than anyone else, and they're actually on the run to becoming a billionaire as well. So yes, we are seeing that this is happening. The UK, we have a UK extension as well. Very soon, we will also have a Canada extension, because there's someone on our group, on our team, that wants to see this happening in Canada as well. So I hope you can hear my excitement this evening. Regardless of how cold it is on the outside, our house is hot, it's on fire, because we are going to continue working on getting people's lives changed. And yes, I'm a part of a movement that for my family, it's doing a lot for friends, and the impact it is having is second to none. So thank you all for listening. I could go on, but in light of the time, I will let someone else have a try or have a go. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
And the
All
thing
right.
about radio is we can't have silence, these silent moments. People will go for it. You're going to speak, go ahead and speak up so we can move forward.
No, I think my internet is there. So I want to give everybody an opportunity to definitely go ahead and introduce themselves. So go right ahead. Who's next?
I can go.
There
What's
we go.
up?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, everybody? This is Genesis Patton. I'm headed out of Cleveland, Tennessee. Now, you guys got to excuse me for not being on video right now. I started running a little fever, and being this cold is not pretty. All right, you guys, but that's not important right now, because what is important is me discussing with you the position that I'm in, okay? So when I was, just to give you some background, I come from a small town just north of Chattanooga, Tennessee, named Cleveland, Tennessee. After 19, I joined the Army looking to like start my life. I served in the military. I built up quite a lifestyle, you know? So when I got out, I had to go with the best thing I know was like hitting the workforce. You know, I hadn't used my education benefits in the military or nothing like that. So I had to start making money. I had a family that had goals. I had personal goals, and I couldn't wait, right? So like really quickly, I got trapped, and well, not so trapped. You know, I was making some good money, but I was in a position where I was employed in the cellular industry. I climbed cellular towers for about 6 years, you guys. And, you know, it's an industry that kind of has a way of dangling a carrot in front of you until, you know, you just run off that cliff. You know what I mean? And for a while, I didn't really see the light, the end of any tunnel. You know, not tensions necessarily, but time was skipping by me. You know, my absence, not only through towers, but from deployment in the Army before, was affecting my family, you know? And one summer afternoon when I was sitting on my back porch, I was approached with the opportunity, you know, and it was thank God, it was opportunity to be a part of BYOB Cashout. And before I go any further, I just want to tell you guys, I feel blessed and honored to be a part of this platform and this radio broadcast. You know, you guys, when I tell you that it truly changed my life and my perspective on life, guys, I really can't hone it into you any deeper, you know? So I started studying the BYOB Cashout strategy because I was given a decision to make. I initially was kind of hesitant. You know, I wasn't sure if I was ready on investing in my education, but it was put very clearly to me that if I wasn't able to afford investing in myself, then I was exactly in the position that I needed to be in order to start learning this strategy. And guys, that's really all it took. You know what I mean? I saw value in the system and I jumped in. Now, and you know, my experience though was I was just handed a course that was like a equivalent to a college syllabus. It had all these levels and definitions and this, that, and the third. And by the time I was like 3/4 of the way through it, I really couldn't have told you anything else outside of recognizing certain things on the chart, but nothing about price action, right? Guys, within my first 45 days of trading the BYOB cash out strategy, mind you, while it was in my demo account, I was seeing crazy profits just by following the strategy, not adding to, not taking away, simply following the strategy as it was pointed to me. I was out I was out on a mission to prove something, and I was going to do it exactly as I was told. So being coachable, I did what I was told, and I started profiting immediately. Now, sometime on down the road, you guys, here's where it gets grimy, because a life event caused me to leave the tower industry. The only career I had known for 6 years after getting out of the Army. It had provided well for my family. I had gained a sense of pride. You know, I had thrived in my career. I had met some really great people. But this life event was so significant that the same morning that I was driving to work, I was picking up one of my coworkers. I turned around in his driveway and had him take me home, and I never put my harness on again. Now, you guys, the whole time I'm sitting here on my way home, and I'm just like dissecting what's going through my head. And for some odd reason, I just found myself strangely secure thinking about my trades, like what video I needed to watch next, what call I needed to tune into next, what chart I needed to be on to next. And you guys, the discipline and commitment that I put forth from there truly paid off. As you can see, you guys, the abundance in the doors that have been opened for me, I don't think I have abundance, you guys. Perspective shifts, everything, mindset, all that, you guys. And even just like right now, this predicament I'm in, you know, another situation of life. I caught this fever sometime this afternoon, started feeling a little under the weather. And my first thought doesn't have to be, oh, I got to call my supervisor. Oh, I got to stay out of work for 2 weeks. How am I going to make money? No, I'm going to wake up, and as long as I can be conscious, I'm going to cash out. Matter of fact, I'm going to trade with the 0.19 lot size just to celebrate. Now, I don't know if I got COVID or not, but I'm going to be cheesy anyways. Okay, you guys. Now, why it became so important for me to share this with people, like it was really just ingrained in my heart from day one. I was like, you know what, I'm going to learn this, and I'm going to teach my people. You know, I'm going to teach my family. I'm going to teach my friends. You know, we're all coming up. You know, we're all eating, big old table, right? But it was put in my heart that it was larger than that. You know, it's like I kept on trying to reject what was put on my heart and kept on pushing it away, just thinking about how much success I was geared for, but there was still something on my heart that just said my door couldn't fully be open until I decided to share this with people. You know, somewhere along the way, the perspective that I have of market structure was appreciated and valued. And you guys, that was what was tugging on my heart, is that same value that was instilled in me. This blessing was too large for me, that it was up to me to economically empower as many people as I can. You guys, because we're reaching people we can't even see. You know, I can't talk to enough people in a day the way that I can talk to like in person, the way I can talk to on this platform. And you guys, we are being noticed. Like you heard Ms. Dyer mention, we are vetted by MasterCard, guys. We have so many things in store for you guys. And beyond that, the stories that we could tell you guys, you're just going to have to tune in and hear us tell you, because there's so many. The 777s that drop in the chat, you guys, are unbelievable. You know, find whoever brought you to this call, you know, bug them until they respond, and figure out what it takes for you to take the next step in your life. Because I'm telling you, right now is it. This could be what the moment that is preparing you for that crossroads in life. Life is going to happen, you guys. How do you want to handle it when you get there? You know what I mean? And for you guys that just love your job and stuff like that, cool, no problem. Compound your accounts with our education. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling you what job, but I'm telling you, the value that you can still obtain by exercising this copywritten strategy, you guys, you are missing out. I'm telling you, like, I'm not even gonna give you no more information. That show up and find out.
I love it. I love it. So we've been around the world and back again. So I see you unmuted, Dr. Kenna. No, can't hear you. Get your audio together. We're gonna come back. Miss Perry, Sister Perry.
Yes, this is Miss Perry, Trotana Perry, the chart igniter from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here today. And I've been in the insurance industry over 30 something years now, and working my way to retirement. And I just thank God just for this opportunity and for the BYOB movement introduced to me 2 years ago, and the information that I received. It was phenomenal. But the most important thing of it all was I wasn't trying to be an educator, but I stumbled up on it. and just wanted to help others that was actually in the movement as well. And like Ms. Dyer said, from ages 18 to 74 is trading with us on Sundays, and it's phenomenal. And even just to the point that we have people that's single mothers that's you know, trading, grandmothers, you know, so it's just an awesome thing just to be a part of the BYOB movement, and just to be able to have a passion and a heart to help other people within the movement.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That heartbeat for help. That heartbeat for help. That heartbeat for help. So, so Miss Turner.
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Victoria Turner, aka Trade Queen. So you guys a little bit about myself. I am of a small town in Mississippi. I am a Mississippi Delta girl. So if you hear the accent, that is what you're hearing. I am actually a little country girl, come from a very small town. Sumner, Mississippi is where I was born. That's where I grew up. I actually work for a Fortune 50 company, one of the largest computer and technology company in the world, worldwide. I have a career there that I have been working there for over 26 years. I am in leadership there. When I heard this opportunity 4 years ago, it only took me just to hear it that one time. And I actually joined because I knew when I heard it that this is just something in me just leaped and say, you have to join it. I was not going to leave without joining. And I always wanted to learn how to invest. When I first got started, I did not know anything about a chart, how to read a chart, or how to invest. So what I did was dived all in. I think probably went through all the materials and left them through all the material because I was just that hyped and ready to learn this skill. But my why was mainly because when I saw this opportunity, you know, I saw the opportunity to help others. Okay. And I was like, wow, this can birth millionaires. You know, if someone feels it can actually become a 6-7 figure earner, that can change many lives, many lives. So this is something that has to be shared. This is something that people in our community, we don't get this opportunity. We don't know about these things. So this was something that, you know, I felt I need to be a part of. I need to learn it. I need to get it out there. It's a legacy that we can actually leave for our children. My family, I was like, everyone in my family, we're going to be millionaires. So that was another thing too. I was like thinking about my family. I was like, no, nobody is going to be left behind. So as many people as I come in contact with that I talk to and I speak with, I let them know exactly what I am doing. I am grateful to be a part of this movement. I am grateful for this opportunity. You know, Deuteronomy 8:18 states that, you know, God gave us the ability to create wealth. This is it. This is one of those tools that we can use to create that wealth. This is another reason why I just love this opportunity. So if you are listening in, make sure you tap in. Make sure you join this opportunity because it is life-changing. It is life-changing. One more thing I do want to state about myself is that I am also a 4.5-year breast cancer survivor. So once right before I joined this opportunity, I had just beat cancer. So I just want to make sure, you know, that I mentioned that it's a lot of different you know, things that people go through in their lives, a lot of things that you may not know about it, but you hear those individuals. But I just want to point out, you know, that point about me as well. So I thank you guys for listening, and I'm going to pass it over to the next person.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You hit it right on the head. There are things that people go through, and that can either be what you utilize to elevate yourself and to prepare yourself, or something that we can use as a crutch. So I salute you. I salute you. All right, we got Miss Walker and Dr. Kenner. Are we able to talk now?
Yes, we are.
There we go.
Ms. Walker, you can go first if you like.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Good evening, everyone. This is Nicole Morgan Walker, aka your wealth preservationist. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. I won't be long, I promise. I know we're on a time period. I will say that I'm truly grateful. I'm very thankful for coming into contact with the BYOB movement. I somewhat had been in and out of the financial market the last 5 or 6 years, just kind of in and out. The group or organization that I was a part of, they were signal givers, right? They throw out signals, hopefully you catch them in time. You know, they might throw 1 or 2 out today. You might not get one for a couple of days. And it was cool because of course at that time, you know nothing about it. You just know you want to invest, you want to trade, not really knowing the how to. So when I came into the knowing of the BYOB movement, and they were about empowerment, they were about the education, actually educating you on how to be the signal. Now, we'll be honest, in the beginning, it was very challenging, you know, because you're used to, you know, getting signals, but it made so much sense because at that point, you're putting your wealth in someone else's hand, right? You're waiting on them versus with the BYOB movement, they're actually empowering you and educating you on how to be your own signal, which is one of our affirmations, right? I am the signal. I am 777, which means we operate on our own time, our own education. And because of this skill set we have, we don't have to wait on anybody, right? So this is a skill set that no one can take from you, right? No one can take from you. And it's something that can save everyone's life. It's life changing. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 22 years old, and I've always believed in multiple streams of income, right? Especially with the pandemic, that was another eye opener because it's like, had I not had trading, right? They closed the salons down. So trading was one of those things that although I knew how imperative it was, but until you find yourself in certain situations, you really come to really appreciate that skill set because it really took not just me to the next level, but my family, my thought process, my mindset. So it's more to it than just trading. And then when you meet the heartbeat of the movement, you know, Ms. Tasha M. Dyer, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers, Dr. Craig Bythewood, and their heart and their love for the people, I've always wanted to educate. So they just really make you want to educate even more because they really, truly care about you as an individual. So I'm just truly grateful. And I don't even think Ms. Tonya Anderson know that she was my pusher when it became to being an educator. Because I remember the first night she educated, I called Mr. Rogers, and I'm like, oh my God, she did so well. She's educating. I'm supposed to be educating. I love educating. I don't even think she knows that she was like my pusher to educate because I've always had the heart and the desire to educate. But because my hand, you know, was in so many things, just not taking the time to do what I was supposed to do. So Ms. Anderson, thank you for being my pusher because she pushed me right on into Nicole, do what you got to do. You want to educate, you love helping people. So I'm just not going to take up so much time, but I'm just so grateful. I'm truly grateful for the movement and everything we stand for. So thank you again for the opportunity.
I love it. I love it. All right, Dr. Ken, I think we got it together. So for our listening audience, I see you guys. I see you. And if there's anything that you guys want to ask them, drop it in the chat. I'm telling you, we'll get those questions answered. We'll have some Q&A time to understand, but we had to enter to the heartbeat and get you to know your educators. We really today wanted to make sure you knew who your educators were and why, you know, their heartbeat and why it's just so important. Dr. Kenner.
Hello, everyone. I'm Derek Kenner from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I want to tell you, first of all, I'm very honored to be a part of this education team. I'm honored to be a part of the BYOB movement because, you know, I started off like many of us did with the admonition to go ahead and get a good education because that would lead to a good job. And it indeed did. But after going through various professions, and I was in the sales profession, my first job was a teacher. And I believe that's what I'm basically am. I'm a teacher. But I did have a chance to serve sometime in an investment banking world at the institutional level. So I was able to get familiar with how money moves and how people are making money, but I never was able to do it to that extent myself. And I tell you, after serving in my entire career in those fields, I had the opportunity to be requested to come to a meeting by someone I had known for 25 years, Ms. Tonya Anderson. And she said, this is something that you might want to look at. And when I looked at this, I realized that I was being led by God to really get to the point where I should be. I believe truly that where I am now has been God-led, and it was been everything else I've done in my career was designed to get me right here where I am now. Now, I can say that with clarity, with purpose, and with total truth, because there were some things I needed to do that I didn't know how to do. You know, I'd had a real good career, but there was some exposed to the BYOB movement. I remember for the first time looking at the compounding schedule, and I looked at Ms. Anderson, I said, is this real? Because I knew if it was real, that I was going to do it. And since then, I've been just overjoyed to be able to learn the system, apply the knowledge I've had before in other professions, and have the honor to present it to others. So I'm just proud to be a part of this team. I want to be able to communicate and to address and contribute any way I possibly can. So if you're learning, join us. I'm there on Monday and Tuesday morning, and we're talking about indices in a clear-cut manner. Thank you so much.
Before I turn this back over, before I say Bishop, right? Dr. Kenner, you trying to skate through this, but I need our listening audience. I need everybody to know what it is your career was. What were you a co-owner of? What did you do for a living? Because you see, people need to understand your background to understand why the skill set is important for them. You're talking about my career. You're talking about what I did for a living. The people, what did you do, Dr. Kenner? What did you do?
Thank you, Ms. Dyer. I had the opportunity to work, started off as an investment banker after being in the commercial bank for a while. I worked for a boutique retail and commercial brokerage firm. I ran the pension fund from Milwaukee County, and then I was the owner of two investment firms. One was a brokerage firm, was an investment firm at the institutional level. We had at that level that I realized, you know, people really are making money, but, you know, unfortunately, there weren't people that I knew. They didn't have the resources to do that. And the thing that really convinced me that this was real, when I saw the vibrata, a tool that people at the large institutional levels were using that were not available to us. It wasn't available because we didn't have the resources to use it, and we didn't have the availability. It wasn't available to everyday people. When I saw that this tool was being used and it can allow us to capture income, whether the market was going up or going down, that was it for me, because I knew that there was something that was special there. And everyday people now have the strength to do what the big money marketers were making. They're trading millions of dollars in a single trade. And we were able to do that now. And because we're able to do that now, we're in a position where we can change the trajectory of our families, our communities, our churches, and everyone else we love.
All right, did y'all hear that? Now do you understand why I said we needed to know? He's talking about institutional banking, institutional level. We're talking about an owner. Look at the background, and then the tool that we use each and every single day, the vibrata, the same tool very comparable. You've heard us say it's comparable to what the big banks of the world utilize. And yet for somebody that's been in that space, working with individuals in that space, when he saw this tool, that was it. That's all he had to see. Because the reality is lives are being changed, and now we have access. So when we say BYOB, we mean literally BYOB, right? Literally. All right, guys, I'm excited. Like, I don't know, but Dr. B, you with me, right? When you sit here and you hear the heartbeats and the essence of who we have on the line, the heartbeat and the essence of the caliber of individuals that you're hearing from right now, you know, I'm actually excited because to be able to create a strategy and to be able to sit back, and now it's not my voice you hear on these calls anymore, it's theirs. And the passion that we just got to experience is what they're delivering. And so I'm excited. Dr. B, what about you?
So I share in your excitement, Madam Trade Whisperer, because what this says is so powerful to me. Because yes, we're calling them our conceptual offspring, but I get excited when I think about the offspring of everyone on this radio broadcast, because the children of the children of the children are going to walk away with this skill set, meaning that we have the opportunity to change generations, to change communities, to change areas, to change families. So just as Ms. Anderson speaking to Dr. Kenner and providing an opportunity for him to take his professional expertise to another level, my favorite part of his story was he got excited because this is different than his profession, because everyone can do it. So please believe me that I meant everything I said in the beginning of this broadcast, that I am so excited that we have extended our family and we now can put ourselves in a position of strength. How many times do you get to multiplicatively extend your family and no diapers are involved?
He said no diaper. Well, I know where's the Pips and Pampers, right? We got Pips and Pampers. We do that too. So y'all can laugh with me. You can unmute your mics and laugh with me. Y'all just gonna leave me out here like I'm doing a solo show all by myself. You know,
Shoot, I gotta pick up some of them Pampers today.
Pips and Pampers, right? So no, it's exciting. But the viewers, right? Let me tell you, your audience loves you. You are being loved. I'm sitting here looking at the amount of people logging in from different spaces, different places. So the same way I feel, the sentiment must be shared around the world. All right. So Bishop.
Absolutely. We have a wonderful group here. And last week we were talking about good vibrations and the importance of vibrations, one of Dr. Byford's familiar words that he used. And I was just trying to get the feel for the group, and I felt nothing but good vibrations. You know, vibrations are so important. That's when you first go in a restaurant, you go in the door and you don't really know how the food tastes. You get a little smell, and then you try to get a feel for the vibrations. And I've gone into places that it just don't feel right in here. I think we're gonna go down the street somewhere. we want to be able to get the good vibrations. So when we're recruiting, we will know people will get the right vibrations from us. And sometimes we'll come across people where the vibrations are bad, and we have to develop the skill to change the vibration. And that's where we get our topic for the day from, as we talk about changing paradigms. It's my understanding that paradigms are developed in our subconscious when we are babies, by the things that are going on around us, what people are saying, what our parents are saying, the tones that are set into us in our first 4 years of life. And if we're not careful, because what happens as children, it determines the altitude that we'll be able to reach in our lives based on what happened to us those first 4 years. And somehow we have to be able to shift our paradigm and do it differently. Somehow we have to be able to we have to break the law of first teacher and not go back and gravitate back to what we're accustomed to when we get in places where we are uncomfortable. And so you guys have made a paradigm shift as it relates to becoming the teacher versus the student and being taken on the responsibility of teaching people. No, James, in the good book, I don't know how many of you guys read the good book, but the good book says, James says, don't be many teachers because somebody might listen to you and do what you say. And he said, like a ship, a rudder on a ship that can change the direction of people's lives. And that's what we say we want to do. We want to change people's lives from poverty to wealth and then be able to walk in wealth. And so it's a very, very important role that you're playing in the lives of people now, because people come to you and they believe what you say. And so how has a paradigm shift impacted your life? Now, here's the thing about the radio now is that you're riding down the road and you turn to your favorite station and you hear silence, what are you going to do?
Turn away.
Turn it off.
We'll turn away. And so we got to jump right in here. Some of our folk are riding down the road in their car now with their radio on, and they get to our station and they'll keep going. They're looking for us.
They're not going. They're not going to keep. They know this information is
So
good.
we got
They look for us every
Miss
two
Dyer,
days.
Miss Dyer, you're not in the military today. You're not the major today.
I am always Major Dyer.
I'm the bishop today. Okay?
Always Major Dyer.
And so Bishop says we can't afford.
Always. So y'all answer the question.
So for me, the shift that I've made is to make sure that anything that comes out of my mouth, I've done it. And I don't expect any of the students who listen to me to do anything that I'm not doing. And so being very disciplined in every arena, every aspect of my life, I've tweaked it, turned it up a notch, from exercising to eating right to just everything that I need to organize and discipline, especially of course trading, being able to say, okay, this is what I'm doing, and then therefore this is what you can do, and I'm going to show you how. So I believe that integrity is important as a teacher. I don't want to just listen to somebody who's conceptually telling me something like we did at Marquette University. I want to do it because I want people to walk out what I've already done. So just having that walking in integrity and making sure that I'm getting better in every area of my life in the process so that people can be proud to say, that's my mentor, that's my coach, that's what's happened to my paradigm.
Love it, love it, love it. What about the rest of y'all? So I saw some mics. Some of y'all was trying to talk. We got like 5 minutes or 6.
I'd like to say when it comes to
leading by example. I'm so sorry, Miss Nicole Walker.
No, it's okay.
I started to talk. I got a little bit excited. Okay, I'll go ahead and say, yes, like Bishop just said, you know, leading by example says it a lot for me, because I always look at my leaders. And if they say something and they're not doing it, then obviously I have a problem with it. So as a leader, as someone that's gone out there trying to be that leader, to lead someone, helping them to understand what God has intended for them so they can walk in their purpose, I believe that I need to be doing the same thing that I would be suggesting that they do. And so, yes, getting up in the mornings, telling them, do your prayers, get your skill set underneath your belt. This is what you have to do. Discipline yourself. You don't just jump on the charts. This is where you start. You get the strategy. You make sure you practice, and eventually you will be able to see what blessings it is that God had in store for you. So for me, following the steps is very important, getting them to stay in their place of knowing that this is going to take them to the next level in their future, and being able, I am actually going to do the same thing as well. So yes, Bishop, I'm on it. I'm doing it with them. They're not on their own. If it means staying up at night sometimes with them to take them through something that they're not sure about, then I'm there for them.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Miss Walker, you were talking too.
Oh, well, just real quick, I was just going to say energy is really huge. And I know it's something that we talk about all the time, but we're not just responsible for the energy that we allow in, but we're responsible for the energy that we put out. And also speaking positive, like we don't say trying, we don't say can't, we don't say struggle. It might be a challenge, but it's not a struggle. So always keeping the positive mindset in their energy, because energy is real. It's truly real, and having people to level up to your vibrations and your energy. You don't go down to, you know, their energy level. They have to level up to yours. So energy and speaking positive is one of my biggest things when being
the thing that has really resonated with me is that the platform that we have, we talk to people all over the world about this strategy and the skill set, is a huge platform. And I'm not only honored to be there, but I feel a great responsibility to make sure that we pass on the right type of information, as Ms. Anderson said, that's full of integrity, that's full of information, that's full of energy. So everybody knows that, yes, I can do this. This is important because it's not just important for my family, it's important for every single family who listens to what we have to say in the 40 hours that we have every month. So I just always want to take myself up to another level to make sure I'm delivering in a way that people can receive it, accept it, believe it, and do it and succeed.
I love it. Anyone, I know all of y'all want to chime in on that, because I have loved these answers already. Y'all got the chat flooded with amen, amen, and amens, and amens, and more amens. So they hear y'all. I'm giving them the messages. I'm just letting y'all know they hear you, they hear you, they hear you. All right.
Also you need.
Go. No, let's talk about the paradigm shift. Go ahead.
Yes, also you need to have patience and understanding, because sometimes when you come across with me hands-on, not on a Zoom call, but hands-on with them, you need patience, a lot of patience and understanding, and everybody doesn't perceive things the same way. Some don't catch on as others, but I look at you really actually have patience and understand, you know, your team and the people that you are leading.
I love it.
Absolutely, Ms. Perry. Now, that's so very important when you're dealing with baby boomers like myself. You know, we challenge with the computers, and then we got new information. And so how do you handle baby boomers like Dr. Kenner and myself, who are, you know, not only getting new information, but the struggle with the computers, the struggle with going through the process of getting your account set up and whatnot. Okay. How do you do that?
What we actually we did at the very beginning, we separated the age group. So, you know, from that, you know, 18, the 20s, the 30s, you know, they could take their phone and with one hand and operate everything, and on the computer with the other. But on Saturday, we actually took our time and walked them through it. I actually have printouts. Step 1, look at the news. Step 2, I mean, everything, even to setting up your vibrato, everything is actually written down, so you can step 1 all the way to the end, actually even inputting a trade. I even got pictures of the iPhone and the Android. So you know whatever phone you got, you know where to put your take profit, where to put your stop loss, all of that. So and what we did was, before we merged them in, we made sure that they caught on and they knew what was what before we merged them in with the other group.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. Ms. Dyer, we had 3 minutes.
Yes, we got 3 minutes. So guys, yeah, look at all the educators you guys have heard from. Look at and hear the heartbeat. And I want you to understand that we have a robust schedule that is here for your excellence and here for your success. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we start each week out with our basics. So they got you. They said they love you and thank each and every last one of you all for what you are doing. So trust me, it's felt around the world. But what we do, because we believe that an educated trader is a profitable trader, right? This is a skill set that you have to know. This is a skill set that we can no longer pretend like we don't need. And long gone are those days where we trust someone with our money. That blind trust gonna have you getting a side hustle at 65, okay? Let me be clear, we talk about baby boomers, but that blind trust gonna have you with a side hustle at 65. And I also want you to understand something. We're not here to recruit anybody, okay? Let me be very clear, we do not do that. If you look at these pictures in the back, I was the Jacksonville Army recruiting commander. I did that for 3 years. That is a total different experience. Recruiting is always a hustle and a grind, and it is about us. What we do is serve. This is not about us. This is about you. Why are we on this broadcast? Because we're here to expose you all to information and a skill set that you need and you must have. So there is a big difference, and that in itself is a paradigm shift from what we are normally accustomed to. So yes, we are here to expose you to some information, and we're here to expose you to some phenomenal people, some phenomenal educators, some phenomenal people with some phenomenal heartbeats. And our call schedule is set up for your success. So yes, it is an educational platform. So you are going to enroll into the academy. You are going to learn how to utilize those tools that you heard about today, right? The same types of tools that the big banks, institutional investors, the money makers of the world utilize. You heard it here today. You're going to have access to that. And then that is what's going to put you and your family on the other side of money. So we start out with the basics and we elevate to the advanced. So when we start out on Monday, it's always with the basics and we start out to the advanced. But I challenge all of you all, make sure you show up tonight. Make sure you show up. Because tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you heard the Pit Master, she is going to break down the foundation of what this movement is all about, right? What it is, the same place you're listening. If you're on the radio, now you do got to come to the YouTube channel, BYOB Movement Worldwide. Come to our Facebook page, BYOB Movement Worldwide. Text BYOB to 55469. Let's make that happen. BYOB to 55469, or go to our website, BYOB Movement LLC, and send us an email and we will be in touch. But I thank you all. We love you all. Your heartbeat, your passion, what you all bring to the table. They heard it today. Now they know who they're talking to. They know who they're hearing from. So everybody just say goodbye as we sign out, because this has been an educators broadcast. You guys met our BYOB Cashout educators. I love each and every last one of you all. And obviously our audience does too. We love you. We love you. We love you. Now tonight at 9 p.m., do not forget, that's where you need to be, guys. Say bye, because
bye everyone.
We love you all.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
guys soon.
Bye.
And this will officially end this broadcast. We'll see you tonight at 9, and we'll see you back on here next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That sign you've been waiting for? It's this one.
Thirty seconds. Okay, live in 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful day. A happy new year to everyone out there. We're just so excited to be back on the air today and to have this opportunity to share with you. And the first thing I want to do is say happy anniversary to my colleagues as we celebrate today. What is this, the 4th year that we
4 years, 4
yeah,
years.
4 years. And I just want to say, hey, hallelujah. Thank you, God, for that victory. And we're just thankful that we have this opportunity to be in your car, in your home, on your computer, wherever, however you might be watching or listening to us today. We're just glad to be in your presence today. Today we have with us my esteemed colleague, the trade whisperer herself, Miss Tasha M. Dyer. We have with us also our visionary, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers, and also Dr. Craig Bythewood, the brains of the outfit. We're just so happy that he's with us on today. Can you say hello, Miss Dyer?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited to be back here with each and every last one of you all. This is BYOB. We are the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind. So let me start out by saying I really hope you had happy holidays. Happy New Year. And ladies and gentlemen, today is our day. So yes, this topic is good vibrations, and I'm going to start right here. Today is our day, because you see, we grabbed this mission. We just made a decision that we were going to spread this throughout the world. 2 million families financially educated and impacted. So hello to our listening audience. Hello, Rejoice 904. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello. And I'm telling you right now, with this broadcast, with us kicking this back off, I'm telling you, you are definitely going to want to share this information. You are going to want to share this broadcast. So make sure you do so right now. Wherever you're listening from, wherever you're tuning in from, share. Today is 4 years. So yes, we're here with Bishop Rollinson, definitely here with him, excited as he is hosting this broadcast, Hidden in Plain Sight Radio. And then also you have our visionary, hello, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers, our visionary of this movement, myself, the trade whisperer, and of course, the finance doctor. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready for some excitement. I am ready.
There he is, our visionary. Mr. Rogers, how are you today?
I'm well. Happy New Year to everyone. Big shout out to our bishop, the man of all men, my colleague, my friend, my inspiration, the trade whisperer, Ms. Tasha M. Dyer, the finance doctor, Dr. Craig Bythewood. And yes, we are definitely in a celebratory mode. We started this journey on this exact date 4 years ago. And as we continually move forward and purpose to empower and impact and have financial impact globally, 2 million strong, we're excited that God has sustained us. And now he's adding to our repertoire and adding new families, new friends, new relatives around the globe. So big shout out to the Rejoice 904 listening audience. We are so excited that you are a continued brand partner with being able to broadcast this message throughout the airways around the world. So, hey, do us a favor. If you're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, hey, like this page, share it, invite a friend, and let them know that we have some powerful information that we're excited to be able to share this evening with each and every one of your families.
Absolutely. We're excited to be celebrating here today with Dr. Craig Bythewood. We're just so happy to have you. How are you doing, Dr. Bythewood?
I am doing outstanding, Bishop Robinson. And I, first of all, thank you so much for welcoming me to this wonderful radio broadcast. And I'd like to thank my colleagues, Mr. Gerald D. Rogers and Ms. Tasha M. Dyer, for allowing me to be a part of this movement, for allowing me to celebrate this 4-year anniversary along with you. And to those of you that make up our listening audience, that make up our movement, because in order to have a movement, you have to have individuals that move with you. So all of those who are moving with us, we thank you. We celebrate you. We say happy birthday to us. We buy our own cake and put our own candles